Hey guys, enjoying some R&R today as my semester is coming to an end. Actually haven't had a break since my surgery to relax, so this is great. I'm gonna have 2.5 weeks off to do whatever I want to do. So what I wanted to talk about today is I'm gonna read a post that somebody put on Daily Strength, which is an awesome website, dailystrength.org. So this person said, her name is Junebug 47. I saw a post on Facebook about people that deal with an invisible disease. I am not sure if that accurately describes thyroid cancer, but I do feel like people don't take thyroid cancer seriously. Ever since I was diagnosed, people would tell me that it isn't a big deal. After surgery and RAI, people treated me like that was it and now everything should be fine. The reaction is that if you don't need chemo or if you aren't terminal, then oh well, get over it. Other than the scar on my neck, there is no indication that I am different. There is no acknowledgement that I went through something profound that still affects my life. I can't forget about it. I take medication every day. I have blood work every 2 months at worst and every year at best. I have an ultrasound every year. I have to worry about reoccurrence. I deal with weight issues, anxiety, fatigue, insomnia, and many other issues. Does anyone else with thyroid cancer feel that they went through something and continue to go through something that no one else understands or wants to understand? So I answered her question on there, and it's such a common thing that we hear as thyroid cancer survivors, that it's the good cancer. It's like not having cancer at all. And it totally minimizes what we're actually going through and what we have to deal with for the rest of our life. And I couldn't have written that better myself. I mean, the frustration of what it's like to have a cancer that is a cancer but isn't recognized as a bad cancer. It's a good cancer, which, how can there be such a thing as a bad cold and then say there's a good cancer? That doesn't make sense to me. Cancer is cancer, and it's scary. And to think for the rest of your life you have to check for reoccurrences or secondary cancers, which I've read can occur with young individuals that have the radioactive iodine treatment. But it is a nuisance. For me, every 6 months, I have to go see my endocrinologist. And it's kind of up in the air, but I think I have to see my oncologist every 6 months for 5 years. But we're still trying to figure out all that, running more tests next week. So I'll know more then. But it is, a nuisance. Every 6 months, you have to go get your blood drawn and find out where your levels are at for your thyroid. They keep you, from my understanding, hyperthyroidism in order to avoid any thyroid tissue regrowth and suppress any cancer recurrence. And that's the thing, even if you don't have a thyroid, you can still end up with thyroid cancer again. They can't take out every inch of tissue. It does wrap around, your throat, and they can't sit there and scrape everything because they could damage your vocal cords or whatnot, from my understanding of it all. I'm sure there's more to it, but for the rest of my life, I have to see my endocrinologist every 6 months, check the blood work. I think for the first few years, he wants to do a sonogram every 6 months. Maybe after that, once a year. I'm not really sure. But he does want to do a sonogram just to make sure there is nothing trying to grow back, or no lymph nodes that look like they might be involved with a reoccurrence. And then you also have to deal with whole body scans where you have radioactive iodine. I think you either drink it or it's injected. I don't know. I haven't had one. And then you do a whole body scan to check to see if there's anything in your body that's absorbing that radioactive iodine, which that would be bad. if it's being absorbed outside of, I think at first in the thyroid bed, there's absorption. I don't know. I'm still new to all this. I'm still learning about all this. And if you want to do a video reply or send me a comment or a message, and if you understand it better than I do, that'd be fantastic. And I'm looking forward to seeing your responses, because it is really confusing and you hear a lot of different things from different people, and it'd be really great to get one answer of what to expect afterwards, you know, for the rest of your life. But there is no one answer, and I understand that because it depends on your cancer. My mom had only one nodule that had cancer in it, and it was completely encapsulated, so they don't monitor as closely as they monitor me, because I had multifoci, and it was partially encapsulated, I believe. So with my mom, they didn't even bring up radioactive iodine, but with me, it's something they're bringing up. But yeah, I completely agree that thyroid cancer is completely minimized, and even if it's not cancer, just having your thyroid removed changes things for you. It changes the way you feel. My singing voice, I mean, it's only been 3 weeks. I know it's going to take time, but I can't sing, and that's like torturous to me because I love to sing. I'm no professional singer or anything, but it's a passion of mine that I do for my own personal mental health, you know? It's very therapeutic to grab my guitar and just kind of sing along, and I sound tone deaf, and I've heard that it can take 5 to 6 months. I had no vocal cord damage either, so I guess it'll just take time. I also can't scream. There gets to a point where it just sounds like I'm losing my voice. So there's a lot that you deal with that's completely minimized. So if you feel that way, you're not alone. It doesn't, we can't change the world. We can't change the way everybody thinks, but we're in this together. Like, each and every one of us can reach out to each other online, and that's fantastic because we all feel the same way about it, and you're not alone. So, all right, well, I will post the link to this thread if you want to participate in giving some feedback on what it's like to have an illness that is minimized, and maybe give Junebug 47 some more validation. All right, I look forward to hearing from you guys. Bye.